Well, g'day there once again on this Wednesday afternoon, traders and friends right around the world. I have been very outspoken on this list of stocks on the left-hand side of my screen. I've been calling for the weakness and the overall turnaround in the direction of these stocks for weeks, if not over a month right now. You can go back through my video history on YouTube and find me referencing, week after week, the weakness in these individual stocks. Today we have seen a breakdown on two of them, if not three. Target today has really broken down below that 80-81 trade trigger. We've spoken about this bear flag, or sorry, not the bear flag, the actual ascending wedge, which has immediately resolved itself to the downside. We got the rally on somewhat low volume, setting up that bear flag. Today we've seen the base fall out of target. It doesn't come as a surprise to anyone who can pick or at least forecast this movement based on the technical signals. I just wanted to bring this to your attention because a lot of people hold these stocks. They're heavily followed on social media, and you need to always remain as neutral, as non-directionally biased as possible when you analyze these stocks, because you get the best trade opportunity in doing so. As you can see, we closed down here at $78.85 for Target. Unfortunately, I do not think this is the bottom. I do believe this is only the beginning. We've referenced over and over and over again bearish divergence, for instance, setting up on Target. We've referenced all sorts of candlestick patterns, chart patterns, just weakness, the overbought nature of this stock, ticking all of the boxes. We were really just waiting for a suitable shorting entry. That entry came this morning. Again, I referenced this, I think even as close as 2 days ago, or even yesterday, I put out a video referencing Target. And we've really seen the base fall out of it. The second stock, which I've also been speaking to, and I put out a video on this particular candlestick going back to late February, talking about an exhaustion gap setting up on HD. Again, it's taken 1.5 months to set up, but that's just the nature of the market and being a technical analyst. Today, we saw the breakdown below 110.89. Again, we've been stalking, we've been waiting. Today, the base has fallen out of HD. This may be a short-term bottom. I can definitely see this rallying back up to about 112 before we see the retest, and what could be a potential lower move for HD back down to about $99, or that $100 psychological round number in that particular stock. Starbucks is also looking exceptionally weak. You can see that even during earnings, we had that gap up. The following day, we saw almost a bearish engulfing. Now we're sort of sitting right on the edge of what could be another exhaustion type of earnings move. Either gaps will occur and that'll set up a continuation, or in fact, that will set up an exhaustion. Generally, when you get to all-time highs on stocks and you see gap ups which are being sold, most recently on Apple, for instance, it does indicate weakness, or at least intermediate weakness on that particular stock. So what I would say in regards to Starbucks, I would not be rushing out to buy individual stock. I would not be looking to go long this stock at this particular moment in time. I do think you will have an opportunity to start buying this stock at lower prices in the foreseeable future, maybe even as early as late May, depending on what the overall markets do. Gilead has held up quite well. I mean, we do have earnings being reported tomorrow after market close, so this will obviously dictate the short-term price action of Gilead, but just be careful if you're looking at day trading this on the earnings announcement. A lot of stocks are being faded on the open. It's a current theme which I am seeing across many stocks, and I think it's representative and showing a bigger move which is on the horizon for the US equity markets. The final move, which necessarily hasn't really taken place, was Disney. You can see that we're starting to break out of a symmetrical triangle, but it's really being, again, sold. It's really struggling to gain traction and conviction to the upside. We did have some targets, I do believe, up here based on measured moves. They're not there on my chart at the moment. They have been in the past. You can go back and look at those levels as well. But again, I wouldn't be jumping to go out and buy Disney stock at this particular moment in time. If anything, I'd really be structuring my account to take advantage of market weakness in the event, that these markets cannot hold these levels and we start to see selling pressure and an actual rollover at these levels, up here about 18,200 on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. I'll leave it at that for this Wednesday afternoon. If you want to get in contact with me regarding actual analysis, how to actually do this for yourself, please email me success@pivotpoint-trading.com or join the Pro Analysis Workshop where I go through these stocks, well, not those 5 stocks, but this list of stocks over here on my left-hand side of my screen each and every weekend. And we have some really good analysis, some talks, some discussions, and trade setups on the individual stocks and also the overall markets as well. So have a great Wednesday, everybody around the world. In my particular neck of the world, or my part of the world in Brisbane, Australia, it is absolutely pouring outside. A big storm has just hit once again. It's very cold. We are moving into winter in Australia, and it's just a pretty, ugly day outside. So enjoy your evening. However, I hope it is much nicer wherever you are. I'll see you all Thursday afternoon for another individual trade recaps, maybe some analysis and really, a discussion of what the market is doing, because we are getting closer to that directional break. I've been speaking about it. I can't speed the process up. It'll happen when it decides to happen. At the moment, markets are very, very mixed, very bifurcated, very confused, just waiting for one side of the transaction to gain the upper hand. Whether supply or demand will win out, it's anyone's guess. Just wait until it occurs. All the best. Have a great evening. Goodbye.